Hey guys, you're here with another tutorial for Blender, and this one we're gonna design a box just for fun. So let's grab a cube. Of course we're gonna be working with hard ups because reasons, and I don't know what I'm going for yet. I have no idea. I'm just gonna doodle it away. So apply scale, and also let's turn on the screencast keys. Should be peachy. Alright, so let's think. Let's make it a bit flatter maybe, and let's bevel these. So let's chamfer them first, and let's actually use machine tools for this one. I mean mesh machine, sorry. Let's fuse it, and let's add a lot of segments, and let's change the width a bit. Maybe something like this would be good. And what the hell? There we go. Let's apply some bevel to it. In fact, you know what? Let's go with a chamfer. Or this is not gonna do what I want it to do. No, let's go with a manual chamfer. Let's actually symmetrize it before we do anything. So, cause I don't know why I'm with some weird issues here. There we go. That's better. And let's grab some chamfer here and manually. Maybe, you know, maybe like this. And let's apply bevel to it with control. Kind of like that. That will do. And let's slice this bugger, shall we? In fact, you know what? Before we do it, or I could actually cut it from here. So let's go to N-gon and maybe cut it like this. Grab some bevel. Yeah, I don't like it. How this will look. Sharpen this. What are my sharpen settings? There we go. There we go. Okay, let's symmetrize it to the other side and let's cut it, shall we? So let's go to top view in orthographic. In fact, maybe something like this. And let's slice it like this. And let's bevel this. How are we looking? Yeah, why not? Reset the mirror and mirror to the other side. In fact, we could shift this bull a bit. So recall this and shift the bull to inset. Let's see how we're gonna be looking with an inset. There we go. And change the width a bit to something like this maybe. Shift 1 to hide it. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. I like that. Alright, and the middle is a bit boring, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut some stuff for fun. Let's grab some circles and switch it to object mode. There we go. And let's cut something in here. How many verses we have? 100 is a little bit too many. Maybe let's go with like 70 or something. There we go. And let's see. Are we actually cutting the right thing? Is it a mirror in here? There's a mirror, right? Right. So let's cut from this side, I think. Where is the mirror going from? There we go. So let's cut 2 cylinders like this, and let's actually solidify this. I have a better idea. Let's grab bevel here. Let's chamfer this. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to apply this. And let's just hide this cutter. Let's grab this one and inset it extrude it a little bit, chamfer it. There we go. Now, it's a box, right? So it needs to open, meaning we're gonna have to cut something with end guns. So let's cut it, shall we? Let's cut it like this, kind of funky shape. I have the angle enabled here, angle snapping, which is why I can cut it at the perfect angle. Let's do something like this here. In fact, wait, this mirror goes from this side, right? So we need to cut from here. It's a little bit too thin. Let's give it a bit of a girth here. Maybe from here, something like this. And the other side doesn't matter because it's mirrored anyway, so this should work. And X for slash, and let's slash it. See how we're looking. Yeah, we're looking pretty peachy, So let's, let's sharpen both. In fact, let's add some weighted normals to both because reasons. And let's have some fun here. So let's chamfer this. So we got some separation going on. In fact, I wouldn't mind chamfering the whole edge around. So, come on. So grabbing this bottom part and let's actually apply the modifiers. So let's multiply. And let's run a chamfer all round. See if we can do this. How it's gonna look. There we go. And then let's actually select these two loops and mark them as sharp. So this should do. There you go, a bit of a separation. And that's a bit too deep, a bit shallower. Grab a bevel. Actually, I don't like the bevel. Let's move it a bit on Y, somewhere here. Let's go to top view and let's grab a, box is fine, and let's run a box around, all the way here. And let's slice it. Whoa, not in a, should be in a view mode and orthographic preferably. There we go, that's too wide. Kind of like in the middle, here. There we go, that's the one I want. And drop it down, and I want inset. So let me see. Press T to change the width of it. And let's play with the values a bit. That's not gonna be easy. There we go. That's done it. Nice small inset. Perfect. So now what we can do is grab some circles and drop some holes in here. Come on, difference doesn't want to work. There we go. Whoa. Let's delete this. Let's do it again. Let's actually apply the modifiers and do it again. So let's go to object view so I can actually properly align this. It's a bit too deep, and we're going to, you know, copy this to the other side. And it's a little bit too spread apart, so not this one. I'm gonna move it a bit closer, like this. And let's actually apply this with sharpen and grab these two and scale them on individual origins and push them outside a bit, yeah, like this. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to run a cabulator, meaning I'm gonna go to hard ups and mesh tools, cable ops, create cable between this one and this one. There we go. And go to edit mode. In fact, let's make it a bit thicker and drop it down a bit. So, whoops. Come on. Mesh tools, cable ups, come on. Cable between this one and this one. Increase the size a bit and apply this on GZ and drop it down tiny bit. We can actually use hard ups to make it smaller. Like that. And go to edit mode and drop this one down. So do something like this, GZ, and drop it down. And Bob's your uncle. So that's our handle. It's kind of like a small box. And I think it's a little bit too low. Let's make it a bit more straight, like this. There we go. Then geo to mesh, and it's a little bit messed up, right? So we're gonna fix this by running our quadra mesher. We have 1.2, so let's go with 1.4. Come on, 1.4K, and it should do. There we go, that's better. And let's now grab the how are we gonna do this? Let's grab this thing in the middle. So where's the middle? Middle is in here, right? So Control plus to expand the selection, and let's run a curve extract on it. So make a plate, kind of like this. And on this plate, what we're gonna do is we're gonna mark these two edges as with a crease, right? So crease it, and we're gonna add subdivision, and we're gonna grab these ones. Come on. This should do. Is it even? I don't think so. Is that better? Kind of. And we're gonna have to, I think, delete one of these. Yeah, it's one too many. That's cool. We're gonna deal with it later. So let's simply extrude it, cancel it, and extrude it outwards. Just a little bit. Like that. And what we're gonna do is we can... What modifiers we gonna running in here? Solidify, right? That's what I was thinking. So in modifier, solidify, let's actually shrink it down a bit. What I need to do is run a mark here and remove verts on this one. I mean, not mark, vertices. There we go. And now it's even, right? On both sides. And what we can do is literally grab these and shrink them down like that. So, peachy. That's a fun little container. And now let's see that. What we could do now is actually slice the bottom and add some like reinforcements. So, whoa. We need to be in a view mode. There we go. So let's run this and X and just simply slice it through. And what we're gonna do is where is it? Mod scroll toggle, not this one, this one. And let's actually recall the cutters, all of them. That's the one I want. So I want the outer edge, so let's apply weld and bevel, and let's grab this one and Shift D and P to split it into its own selection, and let's actually bring it in here. Let's fill it with a face and extrude it. And now select everything and Alt N and oops, outside, there we go. Now what we can do is use this cutter to cut this mesh. So booleans and difference, and all I need to do is now increase the size of it. Come on, there we go. Did it work the way I want? We need to extrude it deeper, so let's bring the origin to geometry and scale it like this and make it a little bit bigger now. There we go. And Shift 1 to hide it. Perfect. Now we need this cutter and we need to copy this to the other side. Didn't work. Okay, meaning the origin is in the wrong place, which is okay. We're gonna copy it across this one. It's fine. Right? Perfect. And Shift 1. How are we looking? We're looking pretty good. Let's sharpen both. And we can have some fun with this one now. So let's remove these edges because we don't need them. So the way to do it, you can combine the faces, in fact. The middle one, we don't really need it, so we can remove it. Oh, we can't. Let's leave it done. There's some verts in here. Come on, let's select all of them and simply merge them in the middle and symmetrize this mesh to the other side. So symmetry, PG, and let's now chamfer this. So we do need to remove this edge. Come on, dissolve edge. There we go, that's better. Alright. So now we can have fun with this one. A bit, not too much. We are blocked by these edges here, right? So we cannot go too deep on this one, but that's okay, that's enough. That's all we need. And here as well. It's gonna look pretty cool. Can break this box a bit. That's pretty awesome. Now we need some lock on this one, right? So there's some decals. Let's go to add some color to it, some different color to this one. Now this one is pretty cool actually. In fact, this handle could be this material. So let me change this matte cap because this one is crap. This one is too reflective for my taste, so in fact, you know what, let's use keytabs for it. So let's go to Asset Loader and keytabs. Let's assign some material with keytabs. Metal and titanium matte. Nice, looking good. And we could change some values on it, you know, make it a bit darker. So go to Shader Editor and drop some value here to make it a dark titanium, because why the hell not? And this one could be a different titanium, or we could, yeah, different titanium is good. So titanium matte, and we're going to drop the value here too, but not too much, just a little bit. And that should do. Yeah, that should do. So this could be the same. In fact, you know what? This could be rubber. So let's go to keytubs and other. And where's rubber? Leather dark, grime, fabric, rubber. Boom. Now that's gonna be rubber. Nice. And this one could be, I don't know, dirty steel or something. So go back to metal and dirty steel. Where is it? Dirty steel. Still distressed. Yeah, that'll do. Still distressed. Why not? What the hell are these? We have some double geo here. Let's remove it then. Yeah, this one's a bit too, you know, too dark. So I mean, too bright for my taste. Make it a bit darker. And you know, Bob Jankel. And you know what? This could be actually rubber too. Why not? I mean, right? Looks pretty cool. Also, these could be rubber too. You know, like these pads here. So let's see if we can actually select it. No, we can't. Okay, fine. So let's just select it manually. And what is going on with these sharp edges? I think the angle is messed up again. Probably at 60 degrees or something. That's why it's causing havoc with the corners. So what we're gonna do is split it into its own selection. Actually, you know what? We don't have to do that. What we can do is just simply select all these. Let's just grab this with this tool, the W selection tool. It's gonna be faster. And this one too. Just make sure that no other garbage is selected we don't need. Like this one. Yeah, perfect. And what we're gonna do is add this rubber material. So this one, right? The sign should work. Nice. Oh, let's collapse this. That's a little funky box. Alright, so now let's add some decals here, shall we? Because reasons. And let me think. This could work actually. Let's go to orthographic view, and to be honest, what I'm gonna do is a little trick. Bring the cursor here, and we're gonna bring this one to the cursor, and then we're gonna scale it so it's gonna be perfectly aligned like this, and project it. And we're gonna mirror this to all four sides. Nice. And let's fix this lock here. So let's see what we can do with it. Lock in a minute. Yeah, we need to re-project it because we projected on the wrong mesh. So let's reproject it, make it a bit smaller, and these kind of decals look awesome on the corners. So project it here, and in perspective, you see it looks dope as hell. Dope as hell. All right, so let's actually mirror to the other side. And let's keep going. This one's a bit too bright in it, so we're gonna, you know, drop some different color on them. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Menacing black. I like it. Alright. When you're previewing decals, you need to do it always in perspective, because orthographic is gonna distort them, you see? Perspective is, you know, what you want for previewing decals. Orthographic is what you want for slapping them on. So let's project this one. We got some nasty outlining here. I mean, not outlining, but kind of like don't know if you can see this, but bit of a bleeding You can't really see it on this one though, but just a tiny bit of bleeding, I can see it. So what we're gonna do is switch this on closest. Boom, now it's clean. And we're gonna definitely change the color of it, so let me make it black. Or almost black. There we go. And maybe metallic? Yeah, why not? And let's grab some, drop some locking mechanism in here or something, so let me see. It's difficult to manipulate and find stuff. I'm not used to working in such a small resolution with decals. There we go. Might actually use this one. Why not? Let's copy this one to the other side as well. While we add it, we need to change the mirror, you see, because it's gonna be flipped. So go to mirror and flip you, and when you flip someone, everything works fine, you see. So I just gotta flip you and you're good. Now let's sometimes you need to flip people off, you know. What are you gonna do? So that's peachy. And let's drop something on the side because boring. Let's maybe maybe drop some hops thing, because where would we be without hops? Nowhere. That's where. Flip, and let's fix this because reasons. Do the same thing, metallic. It's gonna be pretty cool. Right. Can actually increase the infraroughness, to be honest, a bit. It's gonna get darker. There you go. In fact, we could do the same thing in here. No, you know what? This one actually works better with lower roughness. Yeah. Okay. So now we need some other details here because we're still not done. We need some screws, guys, because, you know, it's a box, right? So let's grab some screws. Maybe we can grab some screws from our recent pack for the that we made with Josh for our gun course. Where the hell is it? I think this one, right? Yeah. So let's grab these screws, they're kind of fun. And, you know, let's just drop them on, make them tiny, and slap them all over here. We need to just drop them on one side, right? Because we're gonna be, you know, copy this anyway, so show you how to copy all of them at the same time. You don't want to put too many though. This should do. This one should be moved, but I'm gonna do it in a minute. So let's project them, and I'm gonna actually move this one to the left a bit. There you go. And, you know, mirror them on to this side, and in fact I'm gonna mirror them to the other side as well. There you go. And make them darker, you know, because select them all and match. Yeah, this one will do actually, kind of darkish color. Double click them and mirror them. You can double click them, I think, only when they're projected. So let's add some more details because reasons. And let's see what we got here. Actually, this one is pretty cool here. Where is it? Just like a long like a long vent kind of thing. That's the one. Let's adjust it and make it smaller. Could actually put it somewhere here. That will do. And something definitely in here. Maybe some vents, you know. Maybe not like this. Maybe this. This could be good. Now, where's my padding? Let me see if I can actually drop it on. It's gonna be difficult with kit-ups because kit-ups doesn't really support. I mean, decals do not support. Whoa, this one. They do not support. Well, the decals just support only BSTF mods, and it's a bit of a bother. But let's just drop it in here and rotate it. Just drop it in here like this and project it. See how we're looking. We're looking good. Now we need to just match the color to something darker. There we go. That looks pretty cool. And project it on all corners. Nice. Alright. We could get some small details here in the corner too. Well, this one doesn't really make sense. Let me see. Oh, this could do. Let's copy this to all the corners and should be done. There we go. Alright, let's see. Do we need anything more? Well, it's a bit boring on the top in it, so let's grab something here and let's drop some interest on top as well. How this would work. See if we can match it to something darker, how it's gonna look. No, I don't think so. Whoa, not this one. I don't think so. I think it's too big. Something smaller and less eye poking. We see that. You know what? One of these could do. Or let's go back to the basics here. Oh, this is pretty cool. I could actually live with this one. Yeah. So we could rotate it like that and match it with these lines here and project it, right? And simply copy this across. This it will introduce a nice nice break. Oh, that's pretty cool actually. I like it. Alright, so let's grab some plane, make it bigger, go to orthographic view and see what we're doing. And actually let's solidify it down. And it's some material. You know, we can actually keep going with, you know, in fact, you know what, not this one. Let's grab a circle. It's a little bit better, not cube, circle. This one. And 100 verts. So it's smooth, right? And let's just, you know, make it bigger and fill it with a face. Come on. And solidify this. Just select this one. There we go. And we could add a mod here. Where is it? Go with other and grime 3. Why not? That will do. And drop this down. It's not in the middle, so we need to G and Shift C. And there we go. So that's pretty big. That will do. And now let's grab a plane and rotate it on X by 90 and scale it, okay? And scale it on X. And let's introduce some loops. And let's go to deform and apply rotation and change the angle. In fact, before we do that, let's apply the scale. Come on. Change the angle to something like this. Grab the material. And let's actually solidify it because I can't bloody see what I'm doing. Okay, and rotate it and move it somewhere here and make it bigger. Peachy. And we need to smooth it, so I just said sharpen. So the camera. Let's change the dimensions to 560. Let's attach camera to view. And, you know, let's change the focal length. What the hell? Let's change the focal length to something decent, like 135 or whatever, close to it. Let's grab a lower angle, and this needs to be a bit lower, I think. Come on. There we go. And let's move it somewhere here. That's good. Let's unlock the camera just in case and change the engine to cycles because this one is shit. Shading world. Let's load our HDRI. It's too much blue. Let's go with this one. Okay, and let's fix the rotation of this to something like this. It's not enough light, so what we're gonna do is let's go to photographer and let's pump the exposure a bit. Also, I don't really like this color, you know. I'm gonna switch it to rubber. I really don't like it, so whoa, not this one. Grab this, select this, and copy. And the same here, I'm just going to copy. It's a bit too bright, so let's change the material here to something different and drop it down. Yeah, lower, lower, lower. There we go. Some clear coat. This one needs a bit more roughness, I think. This one is not adjusted yet. Okay. Let's actually switch it to this one as well, and I'm going to adjust some roughness and clear coat roughness, definitely something like this. How are we looking? Okay, pretty cool. This sticker should be black actually. I don't like it metallic, so let's make it black. And like, you know, dark, so we can see it. There we go. Something is missing in the front, you know. It's a bit sad in here, so I'm going to add something. Yeah, I think it's gonna be better. So let's go to box cutter and let's cut some stuff in here. Let's go to object orientation and let's cut it. Blender is slowing down. Blender has limitations, unfortunately. Okay, cut it in. It's a bit too deep, so we're gonna grab it back. Something like this, and copy to the other side. And sharpen it. Scale it, and I'm going to curve extract it, which will create a separate geo, and I'm going to bevel it separately. So make this bevel a little bit smaller. Create a second cut inside here, and I'm going to solidify it and bevel it and reduce the in fact this will do. So let's copy this to the other side. Let's sharpen this, and what I want now is this bit inside. So Control L and P, and I want to move it inside. So GX, and move it somewhere here. And we're going to assign emission. So Alt on this one, and let's click on, you know, change it to, I don't know, something reddish maybe. That should do. A bit of an accent. So now we can render it, right? Oh, it's Eevee. I'm in the wrong engine. Sampling 250, good. Light passes 664 is enough. And diffuse 4, yeah, perfect. Let's actually save it because we haven't, right? I can see we clip it in here with one of the decals. Also, you know what? I want some more screws because it looks kind of boring, but it's a cool box. I kind of like it. I really need to fix this. This is, you know, this is unacceptable. So let's fix it, shall we? Let's go here and let's just grab this decal, and what is it? And simply, you know, adjust it just a tiny bit. Yeah, there we go. It should be good. And also, we're definitely gonna drop some screws in here. So let's grab this, and let's make it smaller and smaller, just to be the same size. Come on, more or less the other ones, kind of. So drop one in here, and maybe drop one in here, and maybe drop one in here. Something like this. That's too many. This one maybe not really here. Let's remove this. Keep this area clean. This is just too much of detail. Yeah, this is better. Much more calm. And also this one I think should be somewhere here, if anything. So this area is kind of clean-ish. Yeah, that's better. So let's select both of them and project them, and, you know, mirror them across, and then we're going to match them with some darker color. I'm gonna have to wait for the update of the cycles. It takes a bit. There we go. This one is good, I think. Yeah, it's much better. Kind of like it closes the box and makes it a bit more readable. Should be fine now. Let's try rendering this. So let's, you know, save it again and just render it. By the way, I'm using compositing, right? So if you're wondering what's my compositing node setup, this is it. I got glare for bloom and the noise, and that's about it, which is mostly why my render times are kind of fast. About 4 minutes, not too bad. Catch you in a sec. Okay guys, here we go. That's untitled. I mean, we always want to use TIFFs, by the way, because 16-bit TIFFs, because of the quality and because of what we're gonna be doing next, because you know this is not a finished product yet. It's merely a flour and water and eggs. You know, we need to make bread out of it. Alright, so in Photoshop, let me just bring this to a full screen so you can see better. Now first what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate this by Ctrl J and go to camera raw and see what we can do here. Let's see the levels. It's a little bit dark, so we're gonna lift it up a bit. Just a teensy bit. Maybe drop the highlights on the hottest areas. Let's grab a brush now and let's bump our clarity and shadows as well. And you know, let's have some fun here with these areas. Let's apply this. Peachy. Now let's see. Yeah, that's acceptable. Now let's drop infinite color here, because it can be better just playing with. Oh, this one is pretty cool. I actually like it, but you know, I'm drawn to blues and cyans, unfortunately, so probably gonna go with this one. It's a little bit maybe too bright. It's a bit maybe too bright. You know, what we're gonna do is drop a mask on this one and grab a brush and maybe drop the flow to like 19 or something and brush around these areas here to vignette them a little bit, zoom out a bit, make this brush a bit bigger, zoom out a bit more, and sort of vignette it on the bottom as well, just a little bit, to bring the attention to the middle, somewhere here. That's what I want. See, this tiny bit of a vignette, it's actually enclosing the image in. That's what I want. Whoa, I want the black here. Now this will introduce a little bit of bending, you can see here, but we're gonna fix it with another add-on in a few. So in fact, you know, I probably gonna drop a bit more blues in here. Let me see, especially in shadows. There we go. And maybe a bit more warmth in the front, just a tiny bit. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to Shift Ctrl Alt E and go to my topaz denoise. I'm gonna take care of this bending here. So this bending, I don't know if you can see it in YouTube, but there's a bending here. Let's go with moderate and it's gone. And that's how you deal with bending. There's other ways of doing it manually, but you know, I can't be bothered. In my opinion, this one's a bit too dark. You know what? It's a bit too dark. I just noticed this. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're going to grab a gradient and switch it to white and run it on this mask like this. White. There you go. Maybe from here. Let's try this again. Maybe not a gradient, maybe we're gonna do it with a brush and just tap it to lighten it up here. This side cannot be darker than this one, it's gonna look weird, so let's open it up a little bit. Let's try this now. Yeah, let's darken this one a little bit more here. How are we looking? We're looking pretty good. Open this one a little bit. This should do. Just a little bit maybe too bright. These tiny differences, guys, they make or break the image. Now you're talking. You see, now the attention has shifted from this corner back to the central place, and that's what I want. And now we're gonna do Shift Alt E again and Control Alt F to repeat the filter, so I don't have to redo it. Just gonna do it automatically. And we're gonna drop some lettering here, so let's actually grab a T and drop some component name, I don't know. Zoctools, why not? Let's actually change the font maybe to something brighter. And in fact, you know what? We could grab a color from this. Yeah, it's gonna match it nicely. And in fact, Control T this and scale it like this. Make it a bit more narrow. It's gonna be more interesting. Now, I'm not sure if this should be in here. It's a little bit too big. Let me just manipulate with this a little bit. That's okay. Now we're gonna copy this to the bottom, and you copy it by holding Alt, and I hold Control to just constrain it to the same height. And I'm going to actually Control T this as well and move it back. So holding Shift, because I want my name to be actually not stretched. And this can be, you know, really faint. That's okay. This one actually, you know, I really want to change the font. I don't like it. So I mean, something different. This is already much better because the box is a bit, you know, kind of a German build, if you know what I mean. So we need some German font here. Let's see that. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Oh, I like this one. But this one is too big, and we need to make it a bit more narrow. So, something like this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And drop it down, and double click. And let's make it smaller, so come on. Grab this one, and working in Photoshop is so weird when you work in Blender for a long time, because you just want to press keys that don't work, like Shift to slow down certain actions. It's just crazy. This font needs to go, so it needs to be something different. Can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, this font is out of order. Let's see. Nope. Gotta be something sci-fi-ish. Where is it? Oh, this one is not bad, actually. Maybe I could actually make it narrower like this. That's pretty cool. It's not about it being readable. It doesn't have to be readable. It's about the elements and the balance. Without this text, it's a look a little bit bleak. This small text actually completes the whole image, at least for me. So that's it, guys. That's our box. So let's see before and after. There you go. And that's why you need post-processing for your renders. They will never look as good as after being post-processed, you know. So whether you use GIMP, Photoshop, or whatever the hell you want, you need to post your your renders. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Give us a like and sub if you did. Of course, links to all the add-ons like machine add-ons, Hardops, box cutter, all that stuff is in the video description. So if you need those add-ons, go ahead and get them through the links. You're gonna help me as well. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.